Good morning, Facebook Live and Joslyn fans. I am Rebecca, the program director at the Joslyn Center, and today is episode 147 of the Joslyn Variety Show. So I am working from home today, which means we are going to do Wonderful Wednesday right here on my back porch. So today what we're going to be doing is taking plain white cotton masks and turning them into beautiful tie-dye masks, because I know a lot of us have not tie-dyed since we were kids, but it's a really fun and cheap and easy way to dress up some of these really basic masks that that maybe you're getting for free from places. I know a lot of places giving these out. You can get them super cheap on Amazon and just get a big old pack of them, and then you have the option to coordinate to your outfits or customize them however you want to. So I'm going to show you how to do these. I am giving all credit for this project to my future sister-in-law Holly, because she is the one that first taught me how to do it when I was making these. So first thing you want to do is take whatever you're tie-dyeing. We're doing masks today, but if you want to go all out and do a shirt or a hat or whatever you want, you can. But you're going to take your mask and get it wet, not soaking wet, just damp enough that the colors are going to adhere. I'm going to wring it out so it's not too wet. I'm going to do one more little wring. There we go. So now we've got a nice damp white cotton mask. And then I today am using tulip dyes. You can kind of see that on the bottle. They come in all different colors. We're just doing blue and purple today because I am making this for my mom and she wears a lot of cool colors, but they've got all kinds of different colors. Let me put on my glove. Actually, we're going to do these first. You want some rubber bands because these are what are going to give you the tie-dye explosion of color effect. So you get to decide with your mask what kind of design you want. You can do a accordion fold and fold it in like that for a design. You can just crinkle it up and do like a rubber band here and one here and one here. You can do my favorite effect, which is spiral. I think that's what we're going to do today. Grab the inside of your mask like that, and we're just going to spin it just like you would a whirlpool, make a whirlpool out of it. Or something similar. You know what's going to be easier? These masks have this snazzy Velcro thing for the back of your head. I'm going to unvelcro that to make it easier to do this part here. There we go. So we are going to just spin the center of this mask to give it a really fun twisted effect. There we go. And I'm going to let these hang out because I'll do those separately. These are just a little tricky. I'm going to take a couple of rubber bands and wrap them around. You want it nice and tight. So I'm going to do 2 of that one. I'm going to try and get these as close to each other as I can so that they're not spread too far out. But honestly, with tie-dye, you just can't go wrong because everything you do looks like art, which is the really cool thing about tie-dye. You don't have to know what you're doing. So there we go. I have a little ball of wet fabric. I've got just the 2 rubber bands around it after I spun it into a little shape. So what I'm going to do now is take my gloves, because this is dye and you do not want it on your fingers or on your clothes, which is why I'm wearing a little bit of an old shirt today that I don't mind if it gets a little bit of dye on it. So. And these tulip kits come with the gloves and the rubber bands and everything, so they're super handy in that way, but some of this you might already have at home. I'm going to start with some blue. So I'm going to take that cap off, and then we'll do some purple. So I'm going to take that cap off. Ah, see? It's already dyed. You got to watch out for that. You don't need a whole lot of dye in these, just enough to cover the spots that are white. So don't saturate it, because then the dye is just going to muddle together and then turn out to be kind of a brown, icky color. So try to find that sweet spot where it's not too much but not too little. And let's just dive right in. So I'm going to start with the blue. I'm going to do just a couple of dots so I get the feel for what the dye is like when it comes out. If you have a cookie sheet, or sorry, a cooling rack, or something like that to put these on, you can, because it will help with keeping the dye from puddling under it. But I'm just going to roll it. Ah, see, I had some purple on my hands, so now there's some purple on my mask. But that's okay because it's tie-dye. You can't go wrong. So I'm going to do just a couple more dots of that. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the far side here. There's some blue up to the top. I'm going to roll her over so I can get the bottom here. And I'm not squeezing the bottle because then it's going to come out really quick. I'm just kind of gently letting the dye drip out on its own. I'm trying to get all the white and make sure that to the best of my ability I've got the dye inside the ball, but without squeezing too much dye into the ball. It's kind of a fine balance. There we go. So, ooh. Well, I guess I'll do those blue. So there's our blue. I'm going to go ahead and do some purple now. And the purple is very excited to be part of this. So there we go. And see how the fabric takes it and spreads it. And that's good. That's what we want it to do. That's why you only need a couple of drops, because the fabric's going to take it where it wants it to go. There we go. We got a little bit of white under the bottom there. I'm going to pop over to the other side here. There we are. Let's do some up here at the top. Lovely. And just a couple more little touches. All right. So now we have, oh, hold on. I see some white under here that I want to make blue. Now we have ink on here, or ink, dye. I'm going to go ahead and do these straps. I'm just going to give them a little bit of color because that color's going to spread. And then I'm going to do the back side of this guy, and I'll just do maybe a little alternating. So some blue there, and then we'll fit some purple in there. There we go. And then let's do this other, oh, that's just Velcro, so I'll do the back of this so it's not quite so white. Do a couple drops of purple. Couple drops of blue under that tag there. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that it's got all the color that I want on it. And it looks pretty good. There's a little white on that strap. And I don't need quite that much white, so I'm going to give it a little bit of purple. There we go. How's that look? Pretty good? So next what we're going to do is wrap it up nice and tight. I'm going to take one of these sandwich bags. If you've got Ziploc bags, you can use those, whatever you have on hand. I'm going to drop our little buddy here in the Ziploc and leave it for 24 hours. I'm going to leave this overnight so that the dye can, or sorry, you don't have to do 24 hours, but like 12 is enough, even less than that. It depends on how dark you want your colors. If you like a little bit lighter with more white, you can leave it to sit for less time. But if you want it to be really dark, vibrant colors like I like, then we're going to leave it in here for a while. So I'm going to leave maybe till the end of the day or maybe until tomorrow morning. What I'm going to do when I take this out of its bag is rinse it in water until all of the dye runs clear, or so the water runs clear and there's no dye in the water. And then you can throw it in the wash and give it, these are just cotton masks, so they can go through the wash just fine. And then when they come out, you'll have something like one of these guys. So I did these the other day. And then when you wear them, you look super fancy. And you don't have a plain white cotton mask anymore. So very cheap, very easy project to do. You can do it with your family. If your kids or your grandkids are in your COVID bubble, you can do it with them. Or maybe you could do it over Zoom with them and then compare your results the next day. So this is a great way to spice up some of these really plain white masks if you prefer a little bit more color. And you can do any colors you want. You can make colors for every outfit. So that is your wonderful Wednesday craft. I hope you try it. And if you do send me pictures, because I would love to see your creations, I will wait until this is ready to show off tomorrow, and then maybe on our Friday show, I will show you guys how it turned out and what it looks like. So we'll do that on Friday. But have a fantastic Wednesday. Don't forget about all of the rest of our programming this week. We have Tech Untangled today at 2 p.m., our Zoom chat group at 9 a.m. tomorrow, and then more Joslyn Variety Show on Friday. So stay tuned. Don't forget, you can check out our calendar at joslyncenter.org anytime, and that has links to our YouTube channel, to our Facebook, to all the places that we do great stuff throughout the day for you. So have a fantastic day, and we will see you all soon. Bye!